Good evening and welcome to the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society 2-meter net. This is W0ZAC, Whiskey 0 Zulu Alpha Charlie, net control for tonight's net. My name is Zach, Zulu Alpha Charlie Hotel, and I'm located in Mount Vernon, Missouri. This net meets every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. local time on the W0 OAR repeater at a frequency of 146.97 with a negative offset and PL tone of 162.2. This net is also available on NetLogger for all who wish to check in early. While this is not an emergency net, it can be interrupted at any time if there is emergency traffic. If there's any emergency or priority traffic, please call now. Hearing none, I'll move on to announcements of interest to amateur radio. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at Lili Asian Buffet in Monette, Missouri. Again, that's a new location at Lili's, not the Happy House, Lili's in Monette. The meeting begins at 7 p.m., but you're welcome to come at 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation before the meeting begins. Individuals pay for their own meal, but of course you don't have to eat to attend. All are welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting will be at the Lili Asian Buffet this coming Saturday. It would be the 10th. Yes, the 10th. Hams and eggs, the OARS Saturday morning breakfast meetup during the month of February, will be held at the Aurora Family Restaurant beginning at 7:30 a.m. OARS is now operating 3 regular nets. The D-Star net, Monday evening at 8 p.m. local time on 444.150. The 2-meter net, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. local time on 146.97. And a simplex net every Thursday at 8 p.m. local time on 146.460. The annual OARS Hamfest is planned for Saturday, March 23rd at the Mark in Mount Vernon. The address is 822 West Mount Vernon Boulevard. That's the same location as has been in the past. Doors will open to the public at 8 a.m. Table rentals are $15, and general admission is $10 at the door. Tables are going fast, so if you'd like to reserve your spot in advance, please contact Bob Meyer, KA0RM, for advanced registration. The local Aries group will be meeting at the Monette Police Department on the 3rd Monday of the month, beginning at 7 p.m. And lastly, this net is also being streamed live on the 5-9 Radio YouTube channel. So if you want to hear how you sound on the air, or if you missed part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. That is all I have for announcements. Are there any further announcements of interest to amateur radio? All right, hearing none, we'll move on to check-ins. We'll begin the net here with short-time, low-power, or mobile stations. When you check in, please space your calls. Give your call sign phonetically, then the regular way, along with your name and location. Check-ins will be acknowledged, and comments or announcements will be invited from each station. Again, short-time, low-power, or mobile stations, please come with your call. This is Whiskey 0 Zulu Alpha Charlie. All right, one more quick call for short-time, low-power, or mobile stations. Please come now. All right, hearing none, we'll jump down to NetLogger and start the NetLogger list with KE6GAE. Good evening, Dave.
W0ZAC, rest of the net, this is K6GAE. Good evening, Zach. Thanks for running that tonight. Had a fun day at work. We had a major network pipeline go down, so we lost all communications and storage. So it's starting off as a wonderful week at work for me. Looking forward to this weekend. It's going to be a long day. I've got CERT training Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then the meetings Saturday night. I will be down there Saturday night. Other than that, working on a couple things for the club. Try to get a new computer down there at the repeater site, and hopefully here pretty quick me and Sean will be able to go out and do some work out there. Other than that, that's about all I got tonight. So we'll pass it back to net control. K6GE, back to net control.
Very good, Dave. Thanks for checking in this evening. Good to hear from you as usual. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to our next our next net logger check-in, AE0OZAC. Good evening, Wes.
Hello, Zach, and everybody on the net. Thanks for running it tonight, Zach. I'm glad you made it in time to be able to. Oh, it's been kind of a crazy day around here. My daughter's been here most all day, and we've been working on getting some Valentine's orders out for making a bunch of earrings, and then hopefully if things go well, tomorrow or actually later tonight and tomorrow we'll be working on some glitter roses. So I've been busy, but she should be back here sometime pretty soon, I hope, so we can get fired back up and going again. But in any case, I will turn it back over to you and catch you on the next one. AE0OC, back to net control.
Well, it sounds like you got a busy evening plan there, Wes. Are you guys selling the Valentine's Day goodies?
Well, yep, that's affirmative. We got right now we're working on the resin-filled earrings, and they sell for $10 a pair. And then we got the glitter roses. They're like 11 inches long or something like that. Maybe not quite that. Maybe 10 inches, something along that line. But they're a 2-layered wood over glitter paper over more wood. So I guess 3 layers really. They're pretty cool though. The stem looks like it's curved around and says love in it. And we're selling those for $15.
Well, cool. I hope you get plenty of orders and fill up that order file. Wes, thanks for checking in this evening. Good to hear from you. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to our next net logger check-in, K0SQS. Good evening, Harold.
Yeah, W0ZAC and the rest of the net, K0SQS. Good evening, Zach. Thanks for running the net. Great job. Your audio really sounds good. Not that it hasn't in the past, but I just noted it really sounded good tonight. I played hooky this afternoon and played a round of golf. The weather was absolutely stupendous. I was wearing a pullover to start with, but on the back nine, second nine, I had to pull it off and go without and played in short sleeves. I couldn't believe it for February the 6th. Amazing. I can't imagine we're going to make it through the rest of the winter without having a cold snap, and I don't look forward to it, but it sure makes it seem like spring's right around the corner. Anyway, back to you, Zach. Looking forward to seeing everybody this Saturday night. I'll put in a plug. If you haven't paid your dues yet, appreciate a check or cash, either one. $30 for an individual membership, $50 for a family membership. Due and payable, make the check out to OARS. Anyway, back to you, Zach. Thanks again. K0SQS.
Well, I'm right there with you, Harold. Couldn't have asked for better weather. I managed to get out of the office one time today to walk across the street to look for some inventory, and man, it was nice. I took my time walking across there. Wasn't it just a couple weeks ago? It was like below zero and quite frightful outside. I'll take it. More weather like this would be awesome. Harold, thanks for checking in, and thanks for the dues reminder. We will say 7-3 to you and move down to our next NetLogger check-in, KA0SPM. Good evening, Steve.
Good evening, Zach. My voice is still whacked, but we're going to try. Did enjoy some of that great weather today and helped a friend get an antenna installed, which we tested a little bit ago, and it's great. It works good. Always a good thing. We'll be down there this Saturday, and again, I guess thanks for the dues reminder. That's kind of last two meetings that I'd have had a chance. I just couldn't make it. So looking forward to this time in a new place. So with that, Zach, back to you, KA0SPM.
All right, Steve, thanks for checking in this evening. Good to hear from you, as always. Curious, what was the antenna?
CHA-250B, which is a vertical. Honestly, I think those things are the best on 10, but they say they'll work from 80 to 6. I ain't buying it, but it does work great on 10 meters, which is for our 10-meter net up here in Springfield.
Very cool, very cool. I've been doing a little antenna work lately myself. Built two different versions of a 40-meter off center-fed dipole this week. If time allows, I may get out this evening and try to string it up and see how I did. We'll see. It's starting to get chilly and it's dark, so that may have to wait till later. Steve, thanks for checking in. Good to hear from you. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to KB0RHA. Good evening, Rich.
Well, hello, Zach, and everybody on the net. Just kind of enjoying the warm weather in here playing radio. And Harold, if you're still listening, I have sent my dues in for my son and myself, and a little bit for the repeater fund. Anyhow, not much else for the net. 7-3, everybody. Have a good one. KB0RJ, back to net control.
Well, thanks for checking in, Rich. Good to hear from you. I hope everything's going well your way. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to WE0DAX. Dawn, good evening.
Recheck.
Good evening, Zach. I've been spending most of my time on a new project that we're putting together to start conducting some live training on the ARRL licensing. Going to be doing some training on the technician in general and amateur extra, just some live classes and some other support stuff that's taking up most of my time right now, and it's coming along just fine. We're up and legal, so we just have some of the particulars to put together. WE0DAX, back to next control.
All right, Dawn, well, good to hear from you. I've been doing a little book work myself lately, studying very little, just trying to make myself study for the extra. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get there before the question pool changes on me. Dawn, thanks for checking in. We'll say 7-3, and I believe there was a recheck slipped in there.
Yeah, K0SQS. I just wanted to tell Rich I still have not received the snail mail from him. It's such a long distance between Mount Vernon and Monette. You know, mail has to go to Springfield, and then from Springfield it goes to either Kansas City or St. Louis, and then goes back to the other city. Then it finally comes back to Springfield, and we get it delivered. So I'm still looking. K0SQS.
The check is in the mail. Alrighty. We'll jump down to our next NetLogger check-in, KF60Z. Good evening, Mel.
K0ZAC, this is KF60Z. Good evening to you. Everything's going along pretty good here. Actually smiling a bit now. Have a couple of workstations that are in my ham's radio operation that I use to perform computer-related tasks for ham radio. I just got 2 of those converted this week to have solid-state discs in them, and they're both set up for dual boot, so they run both Linux and Windows. So I'm smiling right now until something breaks, and so that's a different kind of fair weather than what you were hearing about at the golf course there a little bit ago. Back to you, KF60Z.
Very good, Mel. Sounds like you're all set then. Hope everything goes as planned and you keep that smile going. Mel, we'll say 7-3. Thank you for checking in. And that takes us to the bottom of the NetLogger list, to KF0HHG. Good evening, Nick.
KF0HHG. Yeah, just got in the pickup, left the farm, been loading truck, having grain bin problems. Told him to park it. I'm on my way home between Lockwood and Stockton, and I'm definitely shot for the day. That's what's going on. Been trucking, hauling corn, and now we're having issues. So looks like tomorrow morning it starts bright and early.
Yeah, sun's down. It's 7:17. Time to wrap it up and make plans for tomorrow, I reckon.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to crawl into a grain bin and open up the door and figure out what's wrong with the power sweep and keep 2 trucks going. So it'll get better. It always does.
Well, we can hope so. Nick, thanks for checking in this evening. Good to hear from you. We'll say 7-3 to you, and that brings us to the bottom of our NetLogger list. We will now open it up for all over-the-air check-ins. Any over-the-air check-ins for the OARS net, please come now, space your calls, give your call sign phonetically, and then the regular way, along with your name and location. This is W0ZAC. I know there's somebody out there listening. One more time for over-the-air check-ins for the OARS net. Please come now.
Zero RWD, Kilo Zero, and I'm in here. Had a real good day, and it was just wonderful. We get some of this stuff cleaned up. I didn't get it all, but a whole lot of it that's been better. So I'll just turn it over to Net Control, K0 RWD.
Well, howdy, Ron. Good to hear from you. Haven't heard you in quite a while. Hope things are doing okay down there. Alrighty, we'll open it up once more for over-the-air check-ins. Any over-the-air check-ins for the OARS net, please come now.
Kilo Alpha Zero, Romeo Mike, Mobile. Kilo Zero, Lima Alpha Foxtrot. F0 LCX.
Kilo Bravo Zero, Papa Sierra Golf.
F0 LCX. Kilo Bravo Zero, Papa Sierra Golf. Kilo Bravo Zero, Lima Alpha Foxtrot. F0 LCX. Kilo Bravo Zero, Papa Sierra Golf. Kilo Bravo Zero, Papa Sierra Golf. Kilo Bravo Zero, Lima Alpha Foxtrot.
See, I knew you were all out there listening. All right, we'll start at the top of that list with KA0RM. Good evening, Bob.
Hello, Zach. Been a long time no hear. We're out here in the Mobile. Just headed home. We're down here at the CMA motorcycle meeting tonight, and just getting out. And I thought maybe I might have missed y'all, but looks like it's been a pretty good net tonight, and we're still not at the bottom there. So, anyway, it's been a beautiful day, that's for sure. Take all these days we can get there, like I said. That's much less until spring. So, we'll catch you later. KA0RM Mobile, Aurora.
Okie doke. Well, thanks for checking in, Bob. Drive careful out there. Curious, a little Hamfest update. How many tables have you got rented so far?
50%.
All right, not too bad, and we still got time for more. So anybody needs a table, get a hold of Bob, KA0RM. Bob, unless you got anything else, we'll say 7-3.
All righty, yeah, about 50 tables there, and I ordered 100. So I hadn't even got into full swing yet. 5 out of Dallas, Texas. A guy called me the other day, and like I said, normally about 3 weeks before the Hamfest when things really start taking off. So there we got 2 months. So I think we're doing pretty good, and I think we're gonna bust the seams this year. Hope so anyway. KA0RM Mobile.
Alrighty, well thanks for checking in, Bob. We'll jump down to K0LAF. Charles, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Zach and the group. Hope everyone's doing well today and enjoying this beautiful weather, which I hope we don't have to pay for later. Brenda and I took advantage of it today and went up to Niagara and activated 3 new parks up there. Made a ton of contacts. Bands weren't real great, but they were fairly decent. So that worked out well for us. And been playing with a ham clock installation here. So other than that, nothing else is going on. And you might check in N0ING by proxy. She's sitting on the other side of the room listening. Back to you, Zach. This is K0LF.
Alrighty, well thanks for checking in, Charles. And I've got N0ING Brenda. She's on the list. Yeah, would have been a good day for POTA for sure. Well, it was beautiful out there. Well, thanks for checking in. We'll say 7-3 and jump down to our next check-in, KF0LZX. Good evening, Greg.
Hey, good evening, Zach. Hey, I figured I'd hop in here real quick. I'm been a little under the weather the last couple of days, and the wife finally convinced me to take a COVID test a while ago, and it seemed really positive that I got COVID, so hopefully I'll be feeling a little better tomorrow. But other than that, I've just been working the last couple of days, even though I've been a little under the weather. And Saturday, Joe from Billings, KE0HFS, and I went down to Roaring River Saturday afternoon, and since it was raining, set up in the pavilion, and he came along, did his first POTA activation, so that was good. Try to get another POTA activator hooked, so hopefully we'll get him out again, and we'll see how I'm feeling this weekend, what's going on. I think Sean and I were trying to get some people together and get out and do some multi-op station set up this weekend, and maybe get some people out doing some more POTA. So anyway, that's about it. I'm just trying to stay loaded up on medicine, and hope that I'll feel a little bit better tomorrow. So anyway, that's all I got. KF0LCX.
Alrighty, Greg. Well, thanks for checking in tonight. Hope you get to feeling better soon. I believe you had told me not long ago that Talbot Conservation Area was now a POTA entity. Is that correct?
Yeah, roger that. Yep. All the The one they've got marked on the map, of course, is the one right off the 96 highway there on the south side. But yeah, any of the Robert E. Talbot parking areas are all POTA spots now.
Well, very good. Well, Greg, thanks again for checking in. We'll say 7-3, and again, hope you get to feeling better soon. Next on the list is KB0PSG. Good evening, Ed.
Good evening, Zach and the group. Ed and Carthage. Yeah, just put the Hamfest on the calendar just now. Repeaters booming in Jasper County, even on the mobile. Enjoy listening to the group. It's one of the most active repeaters by far in the area, and confident we'll see you at the Hamfest. And nothing further, Zach. KB0PSG.
Very good, Ed. Thanks for checking in this evening. You are sounding great. Full quieting into the repeater. You said you're mobile, yes?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm base at about 120 watts, but I don't need it. My mobile comment was that the repeater is 95% solid in Jasper County mobile. I can listen to it just about anywhere I'm at. And
Roger, I got it. Well, you're sure sounding good tonight. You're making the trip with no problem at all. Ed, thanks for checking in this evening. As always, good to hear from you. And that brings us to the bottom of the list. Are there any further over-the-air check-ins for the OARSnet? This is Whiskey 0 Zulu Alpha Charlie.
KD0 OAR Kilo Delta 0 Oscar Alpha Romeo Jim and Nixa.
All right, one more, KD0 OAR. Good evening, Jim.
Hey, good evening. I do a lot of lurking on this repeater. I just do a lot of listening. I always enjoy hearing the fellas talk just about every day. I don't talk much. I lurk. I listen, but it's entertaining. So appreciate you guys letting me check in this evening.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. Love to have you anytime. Jump right in there with us. Jim, if there's nothing further, we'll say 7-3, and again, thanks for joining us tonight. You're welcome anytime.
Copy that. Got nothing further. Y'all take care. Stay safe. Get healthy. 73 to everyone.
7-3 to you as well. We're back at the bottom of the list, so we'll open it up one more time for over-the-air check-ins. Any over-the-air check-ins, please come now. This is Whiskey 0 Zulu Alpha Charlie.
Kilo Foxtrot 0 November Victor Foxtrot. Danny Delta Alpha November Yankee in Nixa. No traffic. Fighting ahead goal.
KF0NVF. Danny, good evening. How are you, besides having a head cold?
Well, pretty good. Other than that, I've been fighting this for a few days, and I just looked up that Robert E. Talbot conservation area. I'm going to have to check that out. It looks like a pretty nice area.
It's quite large. Many places to park. Lots of acreage out there. Not this year, but the year before last, I did winter field day out there, and I found just the right spot for hanging wire antennas. Wasn't a lot of power lines close, kind of off the beaten path, and easy to get to still. Good place.
Well, looks like a good area. It's not that far from Nixa either, so good deal. That's all I have. KF0 and VF.
Very Very good, Danny. Thanks for checking in tonight. I hope we hear you again soon, and good luck getting over the head cold. Been a lot of that going around lately. Well, 7-3, sir, and we're back at the bottom of the list. We'll make one last call for over-the-air check-ins. Please call now. All right, we will call that the end of the net. Tonight we had a total of 17 check-ins, including myself. Thank you to all the stations who checked in this evening. We look forward to hearing from everyone again next Tuesday at 7 p.m. I'll now close the net and return this repeater to regular amateur radio use. 7-3, Whiskey 0, Zulu Alpha Charlie. Clear.
W0ZAC is right.
Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
Up at Talbot, did you ever hunt any deer up there?
No, I never hunted at Talbot. As a matter of fact, I've never hunted on public land at all. One of my employees, though, he lives right across the road from Talbot. Yeah, he's been deer hunting out there all season, archery and rifle both.
To be about 5 of us from the church. We'd go there. I haven't been up there for 3 years probably, but we'd go up there in the southeast corner all the time. I think we'd go up 39 to 0, I think it was there, and make a left and go back there until the dead ends, and then go back left down along the trees there and pull in there. Used to be some good deer hunting back in there. Once you got there, then you had to walk about a quarter mile. We had tree stands, and I think we had 5 or 6 tree stands set up out there all the time. But sure, everybody at church, they got too old to hunt, and nobody goes out there anymore, and I don't hunt anybody. And I guess they cross-fenced a lot of that out there. You got a lot of cattle in there, too, and I understand it kind of ruined the deer hunting part.